expansion of new media and related technologies. International Conference of Media and Communication, ICMC 1, focuses on global media landscape, its various dimensions, issues, trends to understand eminent media perspectives. So hereby, I would like to welcome my colleague, Mr. Shayok Pal, Assistant Professor, School of Media and Communication and co-convener, ICMC, on dais to give a brief about ICMC, abstract book, and related endeavors. Shayok.
Thank you. Good morning, a very good morning to everyone. Greetings to the International Conference of Media and Communication 2023. It is my pleasure to host the inaugural session of the International Conference at this auspicious hour. To define it, the transformation in media and communication over the last several decades has not only changed our perception of communication, media technologies, and related research and developments, but also enriched several other disciplines like management, psychology, sociology, laws and ethics, cultural anthropology, international relations, behavioral economics, computer science, and many more. ICMC has curated with the aim of inviting participants to share their studies in all the possible directions related work. I would also like to thank all the eminent academicians and researchers who have accepted our invitations to grace this occasion, along with the participants without whom ICMC would have remained incomplete. Another thing, we are also coming up with a book of abstract, conference proceeding of International Conference of Media and Communication, MC1. Soon we will be having our own ISBN, and there are 57 abstracts which will be there, and it will be considered ISBN and peer-reviewed publication. Thank you. I'll hand over to Navina ma'am for the further proceedings. Thank you.
Thank you, Shayok. Again, I welcome you once again to the inaugural. So when we say the enriched culture and wisdom, then we feel that particular enlightenment in us. So I would request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor Dr. Naveen Das, Sir, Dr. Dipankar Bhattacharya, Sir, Pro Vice Chancellor, Dean, School of Basic and Applied Science, Professor Shantanu Kumar Mandal, Sir, Dean, Academics, Quality Assurance, Professor Shoykut Mitra, Sir, I hope he's on the way. So I would just ask my volunteer to help them to come on the dais, and equally I would like Ma'am Shauli Mukherjee, Dr. Shauli Mukherjee, please come on the dais, Shajul Sir and Ruddu Sir, to just lit up the lamp and start the occasion. Dear volunteers, can you please help the dignitaries to lit up the light and start the session? Virtually, both our honorable guests, Professor K.G. Suresh, Vice Chancellor Makhalal Chaturvedi, National University of Journalism Communication from Bhopal, and Mr. Joyanta Ghoshal, Senior Journalist, both are wishing us virtually online they are present. Dear sir, please, Shantanu sir, come here on the dais. Actually, I just missed in the corner. I'm so sorry. And I would ask Niyash sir to come over the stage, and here our eminent guest from Bangladesh. So please come over the dais and start this auspicious occasion. This is the first time at ICMC doing its own. Thank you so much for gracing this occasion and starting of the session. Thank you so much. I would request you to take your seat. Thank you so much. Our vocal cords and body language both are very much an integral part of our communication. And we are on the land of Rabindranath Tagore, and we are staying in the most enriched culture, West Bengal. So how we can leave a person, an aura, Rabindranath Tagore. So here I would like to call our student Ishika from MA Films and Television to start a welcome song and recall Rabindranath Tagore and welcome you in her own language. Ishika, I would request you come on the stage and start. Kindly, Anup, kindly come on the stage and help. Can you take your seat and the mic? Can you just? Yeah, it's all right. Ishika, you can do the solo. Yeah, it's all right. You can come here on the stage.
Hello.
Sure.
सजनी सजनी राधिकाल देख बहु चाहिया मृदुल गमन श्याम आवे मृदुल गान गाहिया सजनी सजनी राधिकाल देख बहु चाहिया पीनाह झटिता कुसुमहार पीनाह नीलांगिया सुंदरी सिंदूर देके सीथी करह रांगिया सजनी सजनी राधिकाल देख बहु चाहिया सहचरी सब नाच नाच मृदुल गीत गाओ रे चंचल मंजीर राव कुंज गगन छाओ रे सजनिया बहु जार मदिर कनक दीप जालिया सुरभि करह कुंज भवन गंध सलिल ढालिया सजनी सजनी राधिकाल देख बहु चाहिया मल्लिका चमेली बेली कुसुम तुलह बालिका गाथ योथी गाथ जाति गाथ बकुल मा बालिका त्रिशितनयन भानुसिंह कुंज पथम चाहिया मृदुल गमन श्याम आवे मृदुल गान गाहिया सजनी सजनी राधिकाल देख अबहु चाहिया सजनी सजनी राधिकाल देख अबहु चाहिया. Thank you.
Mesmerizing. Thank you so much, Ishika. Sometimes we goof up with technology, sometimes goof up with instrument, but trust me, talents is just, music and the rhythm, it will come out in any which ways. So in that way, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. May the light of knowledge remove the darkness of ignorance. Now, I would like to invite our student, Nilika and Shohini from BA Media and Communication for their dance performance, and just it will be a pathway to just enlightenment to all of us. And without all the vocal expression and your body language, communication, research, and all bound are just meaningless, and we need to do that. So I welcome my student to start up. Volunteers, if possible, you can remove the lamp and you can just put it in aside so that it will not create any disturbance. Thank you.
দেখো আলোয় আলো আকাশ, দেখো আকাশ তারায় ভরা, দেখো যাওয়ার পথের পাশে ছোটে হাওয়া পাগল পারা, এত আনন্দ আয়োজন সবই বৃথা আমায় ছাড়া, ভরে থাকুক আমার মুঠো, দুই চোখে থাকুক ধারা, এলো সময় রাজার মতো, হলো কাজের হিসেব সারা, বলে আয় রে ছুটে আয় রে তরা, হেথা নাই গো মৃত্যু নাইকো যারা বলে আয় রে ছুটে আয় রে তোরা হেথা নাইকো মৃত্যু নাইকো যারা
Thank you so much, Nilika and Shohini. So I would like to ask our volunteers to just arrange the stage. Here I would like to welcome and ask our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor Dr. Naveen Das, Sir, Professor Dr. Dipankar Bhattacharya, Sir, Pro Vice Chancellor, Dean, School of Basic and Applied Sciences, Professor Dr. Shushant Kumar Mandal, Sir, Dean Academics and Dean Quality Assurance Accreditation, to come on the stage and take your seat. Volunteers, please can you help sir to take the seat? Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, definitely. Niyaz, sir, you come and take your seat, sir. Yeah. Ashwin. Take your seat, sir. Thank you. I would like to call our ICMC convener, Dr. Sharmila Kayal, to come on dais and felicitate our Vice Chancellor, sir. So, now I would like to call my colleague, Ms. Mopita Dedash, to felicitate our guest from Bangladesh, Professor Niyaz Majumdar. Can you please come on the stage and felicitate our guest? Here I would like to call my colleague, Ms. Swati Agarwal, to felicitate our Pro Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor Dr. Dipankar Bhattacharya. Now I would call Ms. Ipshita Banerjee to come on the dais. Okay, may I call Ipshita Banerjee? She's here. Well, meanwhile, I'll just call Mr. Arnab Basu to come on dais and felicitate Professor Dr. Shushanta Mandal, Dean Academics. virtually our honorable guest, Mr. Jointu Ghoshal, a very senior journalist, he is just connected. Sir, I welcome you. Definitely a bouquet and our all the greetings will certainly reach to you. Somewhere virtually we are connect, and that's why you know how media and communication is such. Maybe you are from the subject, but you cannot leave it through media. It may be technology or any which way is a part of the medium. So, sir, we are greeting you from somewhere in Kolkata, and you are just watching us somewhere from New Delhi. So we are connected virtually. So on that note, I'm asked. So I would like to call Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Naveen Kumar Das to just enlighten some word and just encourage us to start our session, as this is our first conference and we are trying our best to connect to the global media personalities, academician and researcher. We are trying our best, and please come here. And as I feel that you are one of the finest teacher, and I never got this chance to tell you, and your words will definitely encourage us. Thank you, sir. Come here.
Initially, I thought that I should not come here because she named me improperly. I am not Naveen Kumar Das, I am Naveen Das. But anyway, this is what humanity is all about. Small foibles here and there. Thank you, ma'am. Small foibles here and there, small miss-outs, slips between the cup and the lip. And that makes us human, right? In the beginning, you saw how Ishika managed pretty well the song. And in fact, let me tell you, I enjoyed the song much better than if the song would have been accompanied. I don't know, it's my personal feeling. I enjoyed her voice much better, much better. And not only in terms of song or music or dance, technology does play a role, but I would feel that it should play a marginal role and should not overtake us. The mobile phones that you have today, and this is for my students, it has become an ubiquitous part of your life. You perhaps sleep with it and wake up with it. It was not so with us. The earlier generation, we took the mobiles much later in our lives. In fact, many of us were Luddites, the new age Luddites, who actually opposed the mobile phone till we could not resist, till people started, sending messages and then catching up whether we have followed or not. So the topic that is for today is going to make immense sense, I believe, to all of you who have been born with technology. And a mobile phone is just one aspect of technology. There are technology right from the morning when you wake up till the time you go to bed. In fact, many people are using technology to sleep even. So I would say that 24/7 technology is enveloping us, is carrying us through our lives, and it is behoove on us to use technology in the best possible manner. If we don't do that, then as some people, some thought leaders are predicting that the 6th mass extinction is going to overcome all of us, and perhaps in a generation or two, we may not be there. I know it is hard to believe. It's almost like the Kubler-Ross model of grief. Many of us in singles or in small groups, we keep talking about how technology has actually made a mess of our life. And in some other forums like this, we also talk about the good things that technology has brought in. The computer, the calculators, etc., all of them have been adopted by humanity through a phase of first denial and then acceptance through various other phases, even with our mobile phones or ChatGPT that is going to overtake us very soon, I'm sure, and even your field will not be aloof. Remember, humanity has always accepted technology for its benefit in its own pace. The problem comes when some section of the society, the early adopters, they adopt technology fastest and they force the others to adopt. That is when your denial, that is when your burning of the computer in banks, that is when denying the robots in automation or in shop floors, they all happen. Pascal, I don't know, must be in the middle of the 17th century, got the patent for calculators. And how on the streets of erstwhile developed world, because India, we were not yet used to those technologies, but on the streets of the developed world, people actually picketed, they actually went on rallies. Today in the city, I'm told there are many, many rallies going on, but not for technology, for other reasons. But in those days, on the streets of London, on the streets of New York, people actually went on rally opposing calculators. The teacher said that with calculators, classroom discipline is going to go for a toss. The finer motor skills of calculating in mind, 89 plus 33, what is it? 49 multiplied by 3. 120 minus 39. Apparently in the class, students could give these answers instantly. Teachers would ask, and students would give answers. Even in our generation, when we were young, there were teachers who would get a fun out of just destabilizing you by asking a question on the street. Bolo to, 9 13 koto hoy? Sir, ami chul katte jacchi, 9 13. But then you are supposed to know. Tar mane tumi bhalo chele nao. But anyway, things have changed. Calculators are a part of our classrooms now, and in the days to come, I think there will be more and more technologies which will be a part of our daily lives, in our classrooms, in our perhaps bedroom, drawing rooms. But the point to be taken is that any new development in any field, please take it with a pinch of salt initially, test it out for your own good, see the ill effects. In your brochure, you have talked about many, many ill effects of new technology or new developments in media science and communication. Be alert to them. If a technology is harming the majority of the human beings, then it is better that we discard that technology. But at the same time, if it is benefiting a section without harming others, then I think we should adopt it. And the phase of adoption would continue to be a sequential phase for others, for all of us. There would be early adopters, there would be laggards, there would be no adopters or never adopters. People would wait for the next technology, development to catch up. And that makes the world a much better place, a diverse world to live in. Just imagine if all of us would have been technologically uniform, then people would not enjoy the discussions and the debates and the discourses. It is only because our perceptions about technology, our perceptions about our readiness to adopt technology are different. That's why it becomes such a beautiful world. When you go to the corporate world, you will realize that some media houses are pretty high on technology adoption. Some media houses are just catching up. Some media houses consciously have taken to the old path. They have not adopted the new path. It is your duty, it is your responsibility to ensure that they develop with humanity's benefit in mind, whichever might be the path of development that they have taken. Remember, the core aspects of any domain remain sacrosanct. Technology, as it is, should be used as a tool and not something to overcome the intellect or the phronesis, the wisdom that is already there in us. Thank you very much, the organizers, my dear colleagues from SOMC, who have organized such a brilliant and relevant topic in the international conference. Thank you very much, and most welcome to Professor Niaz and others who are joining us online, Mr. Jayanta Ghosh and others. Thank you very much.
Firstly, my apology for this name, sir. Now it will be, I'll just make it sure. Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. And when you were discussing all that, I was just recalling my master's days, and when we got through one theory of diffusion of innovation, laggards and adapters, that how we take the things and how we use our technology and new things in the market. So in that note, thank you so much for encouraging us. And on that note, I would like to invite Professor Dr. Dipankar Bhattacharya, Pro Vice Chancellor, Research and Innovation, sir, just say a few words to encourage us. Thank you.
Thank you, Navnya. And I thank all my colleagues present here, especially from School of Media and Communication, for organizing such an event. I am really grateful to all of you. And I thank my friend from Bangladesh, Professor Riaz, and also people joining online also. And our Vice Chancellor, sir, is also here. Our Dean Academics, he's also here. So when we talk about media and communication, and especially I'm from the research part here, I'm working in that area. And before this, I just searched in the internet what to talk, in which area to talk. And in the internet, I found most of them, when I'm searching on research, I found they are giving lot of PhD topics. I found mostly around 40 PhD topics where we can work in media and communication. But what I found, those topics, even though they are prescribing it as a novel PhD topic, but really we are not evaluating the strength of media in that area. Media and communication actually changed a lot, what I felt. So whatever I'm saying is based on my understanding about media and all those things and communication. Communication is the key thing when we try to share our thoughts. And it may be sometimes verbal, it may be sometimes even through expressions. But it is important to convey our thoughts share our thoughts among others. So that's the key for communication. And for media, it is, as we know, like there are different media, like it can be radio, it can be television, it can be newspapers. So there are a lot of areas in terms of media. And it is often called as the fourth pillar. And we convey a lot of information through these media. And the technology is changing a lot. When we were child, we used to use the radio. And later came the television. And we stopped using these AM radios, and we switched to television. Then it came black and white television with, I remember probably there were only 2 news channels at that time. Used to always use, one was DD Bangla, I think, and another was from New Delhi, there was another one. And probably there were only 2 faces or 3 faces whom we used to see always. But now, if we look at this news media, how many of you really listen to AM radio right now? Maximum we can go for FM radio, but no AM right now. How many listen to Akashvani? No one. That's the case. So things are changing like that. And now, if you talk about news channels, how many news channels we really have right now? How many different channels we can get in the cable TV? We can get so many channels. So things are changing really fast. And if we just try to keep ourselves confined in what we learned and what we know today, that is not going to work. Earlier, we used to see people for reporting purpose, they used to go, and there was a person who used to have the interview, and there was a cameraman with that person. Today, how many such kind of arrangements you see? It probably a single person is taking the interview, the same person is taking the video. Do they really carry today this video camera which we are seeing here? Do they really carry it today when they take those interviews? Do you see it now? Maybe very few. Today, just with a mobile phone, they're doing everything. Even editing, they're doing with a mobile phone. They don't even need a camera like this. And like this, we can even go to a remote place and can arrange broadcasting immediately. So technology is changing, and I think one area you should focus on, which I think probably would have been good. Navina was saying about our guest from New Delhi, if he would have been present here virtually, maybe through a hologram, possible. So these kind of technologies we have to think of. We have to think of AR. We have to think of VR, virtual reality. So we need to work on those areas. So that is one key area where we need to work. Another area I just thought of, actually yesterday I had an interaction with the students of media and communication, and we found a lot of gems present there actually. A lot of hidden gems and some we know. Now, there what I found, there are a lot of people who are very good in photography. And you think that we can use photography only in media and communication. But do you really know your photography skill can be used in agriculture? You can use it to know the different levels of nutrients present in the field. You can use it in those areas also. There are people, I met yesterday one boy who wants to be a sound engineer, and he is very good in sound engineering. And when I worked for one aluminum industry, there they need really a sound engineer with the software just to know where to complete one process. And they do it by some fixed timings. But this can be integrated or maybe automated if we could have a sound engineer there. Why I'm saying so, today the way research is moving, it is moving towards interdisciplinary area. So don't be confined in media and communication only. Connect to other schools, other departments, other areas of research. Then it will be really easy for you to work in those areas. Another thing, for especially the students, I will say, actually, I had an interaction with some faculty members and students in some other university at some point of time. And I asked them, can you tell me what is CRISPR-Cas9? And they were students from media, so they said, we don't know about it. But what I mentioned, that if you Google it, you can find what is that. And it's a technology on which a Nobel Prize was awarded. So if you want to go for an interview, you need to learn that. So if you remain confined in media and communication only and think that it is a strictly non-STEM subject, it is not true. You have to open up your mind and learn whatever you can so that you can shine in your life. Thank you so much, and I wish all success for this conference.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. And definitely we are moving towards all interdisciplinary area because communication somehow connects us, media somehow connects us. Same way we will talk, we have discussed, and in our own conference we have put AI as well. So we got so many few presentation related to technology and AI, and they're connecting. And soon we will try to all the schools that on other day we are just discussing from Shojal Jha sir how that cosmetic can be a part of new innovation and research and communication, and maybe in through advertising. So we are just looking forward to it, and we are doing that. On that note, I would like to invite Professor Dr. Shushant Mondal sir to come on the dais, Dean Academics, and say a few words. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Madam. Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, Professor Niaz, and Professor Bhattacharya, and all my colleagues and my students. And first of all, I thank you, the SOMC, School of Media and Communication, for organizing their first international conference, and I wish all the big success for this event. And I think Professor Das and Professor Bhattacharya has already told so many things covering the communication to technology to engineering. Yeah. So I would just like to inform one thing. Today, where we are, all technological disruption in going on. Just last week, I don't know how many of you have heard this news. The person who is behind those things, mainly Intel Inside. Have you heard that things Intel Inside in your computer, in your laptop? The person behind that, the Intel means the integrated electronics, the person who is the founder of the Intel, that is the Intel integrated circuits, Gordon Moore, has expired on just 24th last week at the age of 94. I think all of you should know these things because he is the person who is behind these things. Where right now in our, everything in our, just in the mobile phone, you can see inside there is a small chip, and in 1965, he predicted that when the first integrated circuit has come, he predicted that every 2 years, the transistors inside the integrated circuit would be doubled. So right now in an integrated circuit, IC circuit, a digital circuit, it is billions of transistors. So that information I would like to share here, and I will not go for details of that things, as sir has already told that communication, it's not like at a particular field in your media, it is an interdisciplinary field. So in every application area, you can see starting from the gaming, from the animation, and for this, the digital, you can see that the from print media to digital media right now, I think most of us, we are habituated with the Netflix, Prime Video, all area. Very few of us will go for the cinema hall to just watch our movie. So all these are right now in our hand. So, and I have gone through all the topics in the conferences. I have seen that from cyber security to Internet of Technology to AI, including all the technology area, apart from the other communication media and communication area it covers. I hope within these 2 days conference, the students and all the participants will get insight in this area. Thank you. And
thank you so much, sir, for your kind words and your note of encouragement, and definitely we'll look forward to it. Now, I would like to welcome our guest from Bangladesh, Professor Niyaz Majumdar. So he's coming from Bangladesh, been born and brought up in New Delhi. He acquired his master degree in graphics and art from Kala Bhavan Vishwabharati. Ever since, he has been participating in a number of national and international art exhibition, workshop, and seminars. He awarded Central Government National Cultural Scholarship to work under Professor Shomnath Hor, and in Kala Bhavan Vishwabharati University, he was Indian Government Senior Fellow for Teaching. He was head of printmaking department in College of Fine Arts, Trivandrum, Kerala University. He is he does his architecture School of Planning and Architecture in New Delhi, ex-professor, head in the School of Media and Mass Communication Department, Adams University, and he was a visiting professor in the Department of Geography, Calcutta University, senior faculty, St. Mariam University of Creative Technology, Dhaka, Bangladesh. At present, he is working as a senior faculty in the Department of Media and Communication, American International University, Bangladesh, in Dhaka, since 2006. Sir, please welcome and say a few words. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I think nothing is left for me. Everything they have told, and media and communication is, it's like an ocean. And communication, as you know, this started from 1,000 years ago. If you see the cave painting of Spain, the communication started from there itself. Anyway, I'm not going through that. It's a huge chapter, huge topic, huge subject, and the way Vice Chancellor and Pro-Vice Chancellor
They told we are all, with the same stream, and we have to go through the, whatever the contemporary things are there coming up, we have to go through that. And I really am very truly delighted and impressed the way Adamus and the School of Media and Communication honored me. I'm grateful to the School of Media and Communication for inviting me. When I got the invitation from head and the dean, I immediately accepted this invitation, as it seems like I would get a chance to see my baby again. This school is my baby, actually. I have a very emotional bond with this school and this university. I was the very first head of the department of this university, this school, and most of my activities, school activities, done by me. I wish all the best for the school, all the faculties and management, Vice Chancellor, Pro-Vice Chancellor, and for a very, very wonderful event. And of course, I would like to thank our Chancellor, Dr. Shamit Roy, for a lovely, a fabulous gift. And the gift is Adamus University for the students. Today, as usual, I went for a walk, morning walk, and I started singing, It's such a beautiful campus. I born and brought up most of my time in Shantiniketan, and you can see the Amra Boli Bangla Ritu, the season vividly, very clearly. Sharad Bolo, winter, Bashanto, everything. Here also, it's like Shantiniketan. This campus is just like Shantiniketan. And I started singing, Ei Akashe Amar Mukti Aloy Aloy. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. And definitely the environment and the very much nature, really, when in our school there are many photographs are there, so sometimes we really think that we don't have to go to outdoor, but there is a huge place that we can even look forward to it. Thank you so much. Now we'll just look at our IT skills and the technology, whether it will work or not, somewhere virtually from New Delhi. One of our very eminent guests, Mr. Jayanto Ghoshal, is actually joining with us, a veteran journalist. And before handing over the baton to him, I would like to introduce him. He has been a political journalist for the past 4 decades. He has worked for Bengali newspaper, Anandabajar Potrika, Bortoman, ABP News, India TV, and now consulting editor, India Today Group. Most of his life, he has been spent in newsrooms. A journalist, writer, teacher, speaker, and he is a student of history, politics, and culture of West Bengal and Eastern India. He has authored several books in Bengali about the region, and he is also a biographer of West Bengal's Honorable Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. Somewhere, Jayanto sir, are you there? So, baton over to you. Will he? Okay. So maybe he's connecting and he's joining. Meanwhile, here our guest is here, so I would like to call Dr. Mahendra Kumar Pari, Associate Professor, Department of Mass Communication and Journalism, Baba Saheb Bhimrao Ambedkar Central University, Lucknow. Sir, please come on the stage, and I would ask and invite my colleague Ipshita Banerjee, Assistant Professor, School of Media and Communication, to be here and just felicitate. Okay, meanwhile, I'll just ask Professor Dr. Shantanu Ray, Dean School of Business and Economics, to say a few words and can encourage us.
Thank you very much. I was not expecting this, but anyway. Uh, Good morning to everyone, and very good welcome to this conference. And of course, being in the media and communication, and you also have an MBA program in media management. So media is something that is actually, we can't live without it. Like for example, if you talk about business, we talk about marketing, we talk about doing anything, media is always part of our life. So, and how it reaches to everyone, how it encompasses all the facets of our life is actually very, very interesting. So, I wish all success to this particular conference. And of course, the fact that we have people from different parts of the country to participate in this conference. I think it's in the hybrid mode. Yes. So there will be people will be talking from different parts. So yes, with this arrangement, I think it's a wonderful thing because, in today's life, in today's time, when we talk about, it's like Professor Naveen Das was talking about on our earlier days. Like we are very old people here, some of us, but I am the oldest here, and so in our times, like the media used to be only newspapers. The only thing, like every day in the morning, we used to wait for the newspaper to come at our place. And that was the only news we had. And of course, Professor Dipankarji also was talking about news channels. We had 1 or 2 news channels and video channel also. Only Doordarshan used to be the one. And we actually knew the person who will be talking on the news channel every day. And Professor Dipankar was like, in those days, we actually knew the people who will be there on the news channel. There are only few identifiable people and they become very famous. But now we just open your channels and there are 20 news channels and there are like all the media languages will be there. So regional media, local media, we have Bhojpuri media, we have media who are particularly to that particular nation. So Northeast, I have been there and they have their own media challenges and they reach out to the local population. So how do you reach out to your population? How do you reach out? Any marketing strategy if you want to go for it, for example, media is one of the tools they use to reach out to the audience. Because in business, if you want to reaching out to the market, because if you don't have customers, you don't exist in business. And so one of the ways to reach out to the customer today is through the media. So they use these channels and different technologies are growing up very fast in this. So I wish all the success to this conference and I hope you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. In media, we say sometimes we need to know English, we need to know this. Trust me, vernacular language, they are doing wonderful. If you talk about, though our official medium is English, but actually the business is coming from vernacular medium. And right now, what the social media is asking for, everyone is asking for, we want our language to get it much better. So if it is Hindi, Bengali, Malayalam, Marathi, Tamil, they are doing very good and we can actually merge with that. And on that note, here next, I'll just call Dr. Amrish Saxena. Dr. Amrish Saxena is Professor and Dean of Media School of Delhi Metropolitan Education, DME. He's a journalist turned media educator and he worked all on media platform, print, radio, television, film, digital. During all his long career, Dr. Saxena is associated with several research projects, All India Radio, AIR, World Health Organization, World of Journalism. He has organized many seminar conferences as association with UNESCO, ICSSR, Deakin University, Australia, and is an active researcher in the several books in his credit. So he's actually joining us online. Professor Saxena, are you there? Can you please say some kind word and encourage us? And he is one of the plenary session member in our next session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for inviting me to the inaugural session of this first conference that Media and Communication Department of Adamas University has organized. It's really a big beginning. I have been following the kind of preparation Currently also, I'm all other disciplines. So, whether we talk about the management studies or the basic sciences and all, there is media is a very new field, very upcoming field. And media education, though in terms of number, if we try to trace it as to how old it may be 50 years or so. But then the real growth has happened during the last 20, 25 years. So there is really a need of such kind of conferences and the vivid areas which have been covered, which are being covered by ICMC. Uh, that's really attracts our attention. Right from the conventional media that we talk about to the digital media, and all upcoming things have been included in the conference, and the sessions, the technical sessions and the plenary sessions and all. I was looking at the complete schedule. That's encouraging. That is encompassing all kind of aspects of media, the whatever innovation, whatever new developments are happening, and also the canvas in terms of the resource persons who have been picked up from different parts of the country, since the conference is in the hybrid mode. So hybrid mode has its own merits and demerits, but the greatest merit is that people can join in from any part of the country or any part of the globe. So that way, it's a nice beginning that more and more scholars, media scholars, more and more media practitioners have been added in one or the other session of the conference. I wish the conference a success, and I'm sure the 2 days of deliberations, because today also I am there in one plenary session and tomorrow in a technical session. So all the sessions which are happening during these 2 days will definitely add value to the existing media education. I'm looking forward having a nice discussion during these 2 days. My best wishes to all. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Yeah.
You there?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So
Thank
we are
you.
just waiting for long. Thank you, Amrish sir. And you are back to back today after plenary session and co-session
Yes.
chair. So you are always also very much support to us all the time. Thank you. Sir,
Yeah. Should I start?
yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me in this international conference, the first international conference on this sensitive subject. And I am grateful to Adamas University that you have given me this opportunity to share some views. And this plenary session and technical session, and as you said that you will do a book or something like that on the basis of this dialogue conversation. And dialogic process is a very old process that's started by perhaps Socrates, and in our Indian heritage also there was a process of dialogue in Veda time. But that dialogue is needed. Whatever technology is there, it can be engulfing, but the content is still the king. Today's discussion, I have found that we are discussing about the technological development, digital development. This is very important aspect, and the students should know the latest update on the digital development, technological development. But David Stone, the political scientist, behavioral scientist, once he wrote that there is a disease called technosis. The overdose of technology without the strong content and using your cerebral cortex, that technology is still very relevant in our journalism. In journalism, we we saw the print era. That was the first era we call. Second was electronic era. Third, we have now landed on digital era. And the digital era is now including, they have included the social media, the citizen journalism, even one emoji in social media, now it has become content. Whether the love sign, it is red or green or yellow, this thumbs up, it is black or red, there is different content of communication. So communication has become very interesting subject, and mass media is not only the journalism. In Adamas University also, as I'm accustomed with this university, and we all very fortunate that our chancellor, he has that global exposure, he travels, he comes with the new inputs from different European universities, different other parts of world. And we have experienced these inputs in our university, that in Adamas University, the film studies, this faculty is also very strong, the public relation. So the media is not only journalism, it can be advertising, it can be graphics, it can graphic design, the graffiti, which is what we call, not only for the political campaign, for social campaign, social awareness campaign, United Nations, they are hiring journalists and the mass comm people for the campaign of human right, anti-war campaign. So we should know the avenues of our discipline. An interdisciplinary approach, as Vice Chancellor also mentioning, this interdisciplinary approach, not only journalism and public relation and advertising, film studies, it should be interdisciplinary areas where political science, history and other social sciences, even philosophy. In different university, I got some, experience in London universities. In journalism, they are teaching philosophy also, because that discipline also has a lot of changes in philosophy. That philosophy doesn't mean that Vedanta and Western philosophy, empiricism and rationalism. Now the modern philosophers, they are doing their own researches on mass media. The philosophers, art of living and the quality of life, lot of issues which is actually related to the media science. So media science, the scope and the limit of media science has enlarged a lot. Now the issue, what I want to mention here, that is a global phenomenon. The political system, you cannot alienate your media science faculty department activities from the present political scenario. And political scenario, I'm not saying only the domestic politics. It can be global politics. In US, all the newspapers, all the electronic channels, all the digital medias, They are concerned what is happening in Ukraine today. So Ukraine can be a distant subject, but that impact of war, and it is not only Ukraine versus Russia, that its implications in the global international politics, again, the subject will go to the international relations, but it is related to the media science. Now, what approach in G20, as a captain of G20 this year, what India, what stand will take, whether NAM, non-aligned movement, that NAM philosophy is relevant or not, it's a new NAM policy or not. This foreign policy can be nationalist foreign policy, or if it is global. So as Tagore emphasized on internationalism, so we should suffer our nationalism, which is hawk nationalism. These are the issues, not only the subject of international relations, not only the subject of the, the global partners of media, but it is related to our domestic issues. But because economy is affected, if there is a war, there is a immediate impact in the economy. If the impact of economy is there, so impact on the society, that is the domestic area, even in the universities, even in the education policy, impact will be there. So as a student of media science, we have to study all these present developments. An event has its own momentum. One foreign university has come to India, the decision has taken, and it will be in Gujarat. In future, the new universities may come. So what will be the impact of the foreign universities in our country, whether it is good or bad for the private universities or not, whether the collaboration will be more effective. So the media science department, mass communication departments, and the mass communication departments of the other foreign universities, can there be a better osmosis or not? All these issues are now matter of study. There is no bar for a student to know all these important. So the history of printing press, who was William Carey, write a short notes on the history of the printing press. I think, I'm not saying it is irrelevant, but the priorities have changed in our media science. And we should focus on the present development, the government and the private sector relationship on the present education policy, and with special reference to our media science department, faculty, discipline, whatever you say. So today, I think I should stop here, because my best wishes to this university's initiative. I thank you all and wish the great success of this today's conference, international conference. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, sir. Another time we are just discussing in communication that important of icon, index, and symbol. And so I definitely get you all the symbols and emojis and how they're important in communication more than words or writing, these symbols and icon and this index, how it is working. On that note, thank you so much to being with us and one of the guiding force and being into the advisory committee. So thank you so much. Here I would like to call my colleague, Dr. Sharmila Kayal, convener, Icmc. Please come on the stage and give you just few brief what is actually Icmc is having all the details. Come on.
Thank you, Nobina. Good morning to one and all, respected dignitaries. This is my great privilege to announce that just now our Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Dipankar Bhattacharya has informed in group that Adamas University has been recognized as a sustainable institution of India within the Diamond Band A+ grade in the Green Rankings 2023. So it's all our effort which makes Adamas proud. So with that this note, I would like to welcome you all for International Conference of Media and Communication, which is the first event organized by School of Media and Communication. New media landscape in India, dimensions, issues, trends and future is the contemporary term to be discussed, researched and need to be known to, in many layers by the researchers, by the observers and by all. So here we are having, listened by the dignitaries of the Vice Chancellor Sir, Nobin Das, Pro Vice Chancellor Sir, Dean Academics Sir, Dean of School of Business and Economics, and our guest, Professor Niaz Mujumdar Sir from Bangladesh, and Dr. Mahendra Padi from Bhimrao Baba Saheb Ambedkar University, Lucknow. On that inaugural note, here we are heading towards the plenary session, which the dignitaries are Professor K.G. Suresh, Vice Chancellor of Makhanlal Chaturvedi National University of Journalism and Communication, Bhopal, Professor Dr. Ruchikhet Jaggi, Director, Symbiosis Institute of Media and Communication, Professor Dr. Ambrish Saxena, Dean, DME School, GGSIP University, Professor Dr. Usarani, Member, Higher Education Council, Government of Karnataka, and former Professor of Mysore University and Senior ICSR Fellow. Professor Dr. Sonal Pandya, Professor and Head, Gujarat University, Dr. Anna Kesjek, Associate Professor, MOME, Budapest, Hungary, Professor Dr. Arpan Yagnik, Associate Professor of Advertising and Communication, Pennsylvania State University, Dr. Pooja Mahesh, Associate Professor, School of Media and Communication, Mahe, Dubai, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, and moderator is Professor Ujjal Kumar Chaudhary, Strategic Media Advisor and Professor, Daffodil International University, Bangladesh, and session in charge is Swati Agarwal. So here in this conference of ICMC, we have received 58 number of research papers throughout the country and abroad, where 9 papers were from central universities and rest of them are from state universities, private institutions and from outside India as well. So here everything is mentioned in our minutes to minutes details, and we look forward the session chairs, co-session chairs, moderators from across the country, session chair from across the country and within the country, and here in the landscape where we talk about the Indian perspective of new media landscape, how India is heading towards it, what is the prospect, what are the challenges, and how the media and communication scholar and students, they cope up with the challenges which are there. So look forward to a successful ICMC. So I would, heartfelt thanks to the co-convener Sayok Pal and Nobina Chakraborty for, starting this session very well. Over to you, Nobina.
Thank you, Dr. Kayal. As we know, we are for media and we break the news. So we broke it and given the news. On that note, we will proceed to our next plenary session. Once again, my heartfelt thanks to all the eminent dignitaries, deans, honorable guests, fellow faculty members, researcher, presenter, collaborators, and dear student and all ICMC volunteers. Thank you so much. We'll take our tea break and we'll start our plenary session. I would extend my gratitude to all Adamas University to support us and in this occasion, and with our esteemed academic partners, Manipur University, American International University, Bangladesh, Delhi Metropolitan Education, Global Media Education, JECRC University, Jaipur, and our media partner, SMX Network. I would also like to thank all the eminent academician and researcher. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you.
I would like to check my audio. Is it okay? Is it clear? You can hear me properly? Can you hear me properly?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fine, fine.
Yes, sir. আমার ভয়েস যাচ্ছে? আচ্ছা, বাট মিউট আছে না? So can you see me?
Uh, you're not on video, but I can hear you.
Okay, sir. Okay. So good
You're not on
afternoon.
video, but I can hear you.
Okay, sir. So good afternoon. How are you, sir?
Good, good. I'm in Shulini, in Solan, Himachal.
Acha, sir.
It's their conference room. I'm calling from their conference room.
Acha, sir. So we have a tea break going on now. So we'll begin in 15 minutes.
Good morning, sir.
Hi, good morning. Hi, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
অডিও ভিডিও পারফেক্ট তো?
হ্যাঁ স্যার একদম পারেন।
তোমাদের ইকো আসছে, হ্যাঁ। তো পয়েন্ট হচ্ছে যে এখন আমার ঘড়িতে 11:50, তো আমরা ঠিক 12টায় শুরু করব, আর একজন দুজন প্যানেলিস্ট আসলেও শুরু করে দেবো। তারপর যখন যখন যে জয়েন করবে আবার তাদের নিয়ে নেব। তোমরা ওখান থেকে অডিওটা ম্যানেজ করো, মানে কেউ যদি ভেতরে কথা বলছে বা কোনো কিছু মিউট করা না মিউট করা, এগুলো তোমরা ওখান থেকে ম্যানেজ করো, ঠিক আছে? একজন যদি ঢুকে যায় 12টার মধ্যে, তাহলেও আমি কিন্তু 12টাতেই শুরু করব, কিন্তু তোমার 12টা ডিক্লেয়ার টাইম। অনলাইন তো 5জন যদি অনলাইনে থাকে তার জন্য উই শুড অনার ইট। সেই জন্য আমরা ঠিক 12টায় শুরু করব, তোমরা রেকর্ডিং করে দিও ঠিক 12টা থেকে। আর অন্যান্যরা জয়েন করলো কোনো, সে সাথী ফলো আপ করতে থাকবে। চল ঠিক আছে। মিডিয়া নেক্সট মনে পড়ছে, মিডিয়া নেক্সট এভাবে হয়েছিল, এভাবে হয়েছিল অনলাইনে।
Yeah, good afternoon. Am I audible? Is it clear? Okay. Do I have another couple of minutes to go? Okay, okay. Thank you. I'll be back in 2 minutes, huh? Okay? Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me well? Can you see me well?
Yes, Professor Usha Rani here, Ujjwal here. I'll be moderating.
Hello, Professor Ujjwal. Good afternoon and namaskar.
Namaskar.
I'm very happy to meet you.
After
And
yes.
yeah.
Your mobile has to be stable. It's the picture is moving.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just adjusting the audio and other things, but I'll keep it,
Arpan is looking fine, just fine.
Okay, is it okay? Yeah.
If you want, I have a better background, but
no, up to you. Up to you.
This is a background that I can offer.
No, you have gone out of the screen now.
I know I have, but I can change. Although I would rather look at it than sure. But okay.
Now Usha is stable. Amritsar.
Am I audible? Am
yes.
I audible? Is
audible.
Is the voice clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay, okay.
Just
can I take a couple of minutes? 2 minutes? Okay, yeah.
We will start exactly in 2 minutes. It's
sure.
7:58 now.
Okay, okay. Just 2 minutes.
So, in the meanwhile, is there anything in particular absolutely that you
Nothing.
think
just
is the most
you have given your preferred areas of speaking. I have noted that, and I know your backgrounds of everyone. So we'll start.